Well, good morning, YouTube. Here we are. I'm up at Damrolls. I've been waiting to ride this for a while. As you know, I've put 30,000 miles on my 2022 plate NT. This is the latest, top of the range, the 2025 NT1100 EERA with a DCT. If you're interested in the 25 model DCT, you stick around. I'll see you in a minute. Well, here we are, YouTube, the brand new 2025 NT 1100 EERA. I've got the bird with me today. We're going to do a two-up test. I thought we might as well. There's not much point in taking it out on my own and know what it's like, and it'll give all you a bit of feedback of what it's like to ride two-up. At the moment, there's no top box on, and the side boxes haven't been put on. They're still in the back. They haven't bothered putting them on. But it's nice to see it without all the paraphernalia on. Anyway, let's go ride. Okay, so we're already in S2. That's my preferred setting when I've got a pillion. Here we go. I will say one thing notable straight away. They've smoothed the throttle out. Yeah, that throttle from the close to the open is definitely smoother than the previous model. Oh, and the gear change. Interesting. Here we go. Oh yeah, it's a lot smoother than mine. Right, sun visor down, normal visor down. I've adjusted the preload on automatic for two up. Let's see what it feels like. Yeah, the gearbox is in a different league to mine. I don't know what they've done. I know they've tweaked it. Whether mine needs a reset, I don't know. Anyway, let's take it round the island, round Lofty's Island. The actual basic bike's pretty damn similar. They've integrated the indicators into the headlight, and they've put this new suspension on. They've altered the torque, they've increased the mid-range torque, and they've also reset the DCT, and that's the throttle and DCT is noticeably better. Here we go. Oh yeah, very nice. Shall we have a close look? Here we are. Okay, here we are, Lofty's here. What do you think of this? I've got the preload on full, so this will be a bit taller than normal. So there I go, standing astride, not too bad, is it? Nice and plush, feet up, feels pretty much like mine. It's lovely, can't fault it. As you know, 6'5", 16.5 stone, NT1100. Let's show you around. There you go, what do you think? I suppose you could call it black. It's not quite a deep, lustrous black. It's more like a grey titanium black with a fleck. It's nice. Coming round, let's have a look. Pretty good, isn't it? Nice new screen. We've got the Metzeler Road Tech tyres on it. Of course, it's a DCT. Hey, how about that? Should we have a close-up of the cockpit? Okay, I suppose you've got the rippling screen, ain't you? I'm sorry about that, but there's not much I can do. So starting up here, we've got the adjustable screen. I'll show you that later. Coming out, it's a slightly different screen. It's probably an inch shorter than the old one on full. The deflectors are bigger. Everything down here is exactly the same. Wing mirrors are the same, all the controls are the same, the handbrake's the same coming across, all the switchgear is exactly the same. I've altered this bit round here slightly, but not a lot. Anyway, let's have a listen, shall we? Oh, I better tell you the horn first. Here we go. Have to change the horn. Not really, no. Still that little peep, peep. It's quite loud, mind. So, from the starter. From the cockpit. Engine sounds exactly the same from the cockpit. At the tailpipe. So pretty much not a lot's changed. I'm going to show you this screen now. Okay, so this is the new setup. You pull, push down. It goes all the way down. Problem is, when it's all the way down, it's a bit of effort to get it back up. This one's far better than the one at the show. So you've got all the way at the bottom, notch 1, notch 2, notch 3, notch 4. Naturally, I'm very tall. I'm going to leave it notch 4. To be fair, altering it from notch 2 to 4 is okay. It does work on the fly. You wouldn't want to do it from all the way down the bottom. Anyway, let's get the stats. Okay, let's give it its full title. 2025 Honda NT1100 EERA. How about that? What do you think? Gorgeous, isn't it? So it is 100 brake horsepower with 81.5 foot-pounds. They've altered the torque slightly. It is a 1084 liquid-cooled 8-valve parallel twin. It does the job. It's not got too much power. It's not got too little power. It'll pull 2 up. It'll 2 it. It'll do everything. It's either 6-speed chain drive or it's a DCT. This one's got the DCT. The one with the clutch is 238 kilograms and the DCT is 246. It adds just under 10 kilos to it. 820mm seat height and a 20.4 litre fuel tank. It's good for about 250 mile when touring. It's pretty damn good. I'm happy with it anyway. So let's have a look at the front end. We've got shower, big piston, upside down 43mm forks with a 120 70 17. Metzeler Road Tex, cracking tyres, can't fault them. You get 4,000 fabulous miles and you probably get 3,000 poor miles. It's how you ride it, whatever. So we've got twin 310mm discs with a 4-piston radial badge Nissin caliper. That does the job, doesn't it? On the rear, we've got a monoshock, electrically adjustable again, as I said. We're running 180 55 17 Metzeler Road Tex. We've got 256mm disc with a single piston radial caliper. And as you can see underneath, we've got the handbrake mechanism. It's all there, it all does the part. As I say, it's a facelift, but they've actually listened to people. The main thing I really do like is, if you look, there's no more sticky out indicators. They've actually integrated the indicators into the headlight nacelle, and I think that's superb. So, better screen, better indicators, better suspension. It's a win-win-win all round, isn't it? And first impressions of that DCT is it's so much smoother and the throttle is so much smoother. Anyway, let's go for a ride. Okay, so here we are. We're 2 up, of course. Right, down to Lofty's Island. Just pulling up nice and steady. We're all clear. Here we go. Down the hill. In a 50. Right, switch the cruise control on and try and avoid this old bird who's mowing the lawn. Right, straight away steering feels lovely, everything's nice about it. If you've never ridden an NT, they are a nice bike. Can be a bit heavy, Like I say, 240 odd kilos with the panniers on. By the time you put a top box and a pillion on, it's one hell of a big bike, but nice to ride. We've got a sight access on the left, so we'll just throttle off slightly. Tyres are lovely, nice and round, brand new. I do tend to ride it in S2 or S1 all the time, and I just override the gearbox with the flappy paddles when it suits me. If it's not quite in the right gear, I just override it. It's become natural for me now. When I rode the BM with the foot operated one, it just didn't seem as natural. The flappy paddles are just so intuitive and easy to use. Okay, we've got a red light. We're through. Yeah, that gear change from first to second is so much smoother. In fact, in general, I've got to say, so much smoother. Okay, so we're going to drop into the 30. Third gear 30. I'm going to open my visor while we're in the 30. Yeah, that's nice. I'm going to try it in S1. There we go, S1. It's easy enough to change. You just throttle off and you press the DS button and it just changes. So we're dropping into a 20 zone. I might as well just test the cruise to see if it works. No. Unlike the BM, you can use the 20 zones with the cruise on. It won't work on the NT, which is a shame really, because these 20 zones are everywhere now. And it would be so much nicer if you could just flick the cruise on and just let it take the strain. Right, so second gear, 20, you can just feel a little bit of lash. Just a little bit of lash. Not too much, not too bad, just a little bit. It's very kind. Thank you very much, sir. It's not so bad when it's on a open throttle. It's just taking the lash up. But as I was going down a hill, you could just feel it slightly. But considerably better than when mine were new. As you know, when I had that what do they call it? Update they did on it. It seemed to cure a lot of the throttle. But still not perfect. But this ain't bad. There we go, 20 odd mile an hour. It's just changed into third. We've got something happening, so I'm going to have to stop. Okay, YouTube, so we've had a slight change of route. Unfortunately, where the narrow chicanes are in St Denis, there's a big wide load coming down and they've got to move cars and all sorts of nonsense. So all we'll do is we'll just go back up to Lofty's Island and go the other way round. And hopefully by the time we get back to St Denis, they'll be gone. Anyway, as I'm gushing about how nice it is to ride and how much better the throttle is and the gearbox and everything, I've just asked Linda what she thinks of the back seat. She said it's noticeably firmer than the one on our bike. Now, as far as I know, they've not altered the seats at all. They're the same seats. It does feel different though, not having a top box on. Well, of course, there's no top box on this one, so that could be what it is down to. She's also said it's a little bit slippy. So something to bear in mind if you've already got an NT and you're changing to the newer model. The pillion seat might not be quite as plush. So here we go, back in the 50. Yeah, I do like the way this DCT set up. It does feel so much smoother than mine. It is lovely, very, very plush. Okay, we got a red light. And it's turned green. How good's that? Oh, the lovely line. Just knock it down a couple. There we go. That's lovely. We'll just let him go through the narrow bridge. Oh, this nice man stopped for us. Thank you very much. So up we go. How good's that? Yeah, it probably has got that little bit extra roll on down the middle. Okay, I'll just back off slightly. Easy to ride two up, nice and comfy. Here we go up the hill. Now we've got a nice easy overtake. Plenty of grunt, plenty of torque. Feels so strange riding the course the other way. I'll just knock it down 2 gears, round we go. That's lovely. Okay, so we're all clear behind, we've lost him. We'll do a bit of a brake test. Here's the back brake. Yeah, that's not bad, considering how new the bike is. They don't feel too green. Front brake. Quite a bit of dive, but not bad. Okay, we might get front and back in before the bend. Here we go. Emergency stop. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, the brakes are fine. These pads are nice, good pads. So here we go. Yeah, slow riding, 2 ups easy. It's quite balanced. Okay. So, second gear pull away. Drop a cog, just pick the nice line out, there it is, away we go again. Little bit of breakage, nasty pothole developing on the bike line there. Round we come, we're in a national, so we'll gradually squeeze it a little bit. Straight up to 60. You'd never know there was a pillion on the back. Yep, very nice. The question we've got to ask ourselves is, when we get to St Denis, will the wide load be gone? You never know, do you? Here we go. Okay, YouTube, so we've had to reconfigure the route a little bit, unfortunately. We're back rolling again. The wide load has blocked off St Denis completely, but we're away. So we got the cruise on, about 60 mile an hour, holding a lovely line. Yeah, nice. Yeah, that's lovely. So we're going to be approaching the 50 shortly. at Lofty's Island. So just throttle off, change down a gog or two. There we are. So it's all clear. Yep. There we go. Lovely gear change. And again, just steady up for the big island. We're clear today. So we're in third. We'll just nibble round and we'll do a third gear roll on. There we go. Straighten it up. Squeeze. That's lovely. Very, very smooth. The one thing you get with the DCT is once you're going through the gears and you're rolling, it's very smooth. You very rarely get a pillion to bang you in the back of the head. Lovely. Okay, I'm just going to move across a lane. So we'll throttle off into fifth, into fourth, into third. How's good stuff? A little bit of breakage. We'll nibble round in third. Yeah, that throttle pickup was nice. Here we go. Clear exit. Let's just squeeze it up the hill. Loads of grunt, loads of power. No need to panic, no need to worry. Straight up to 70. I'm getting a bit of buffeting off the screen. It's not quite as good as the early model screen, but it's not bad. I'm going to pull in here nice and steady and just drop it down to about 55. Okay, so what do you think of the 2025 model? It's got some good improvements. I don't necessarily think the screen's an improvement personally, but it's something we can probably live with or alter. But in general, the gearbox, bit of extra torque, fabulous. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, click on that like, subscribe, ring that little bell, ask me a question. You know I'm only too pleased to answer your questions or discuss the bikes. If you've never owned a DCT or an NT1100 and you're looking to buy one, I think I'd buy this one. Wait till there's a next demo come up for sale where you save a grand or so. I think at £14,000 with all the panniers and everything on, they're a good buy really. They're not bad, are they? You can get the Voyager pack and everything. Anyway, thank you to Damerals for lending me the bike. And I'd like to say, this is the Lofty Biker and Linny saying ta-da for now. Ta-da.